This morning we're taking a deeper look at concussions in young athletes. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says over the last decade, it saw a 60% increase in emergency room visits for head injuries among kids and teens.
So now there is a whole culture change underway in many sports to address these concussions. Ryan Dean's been spending a lot of time looking at local youth sports around here to see what they're doing to address head injuries.
Yeah, and doctors think we're seeing that spike in concussions, not because there's more happening, but parents are actually taking head shots more seriously and getting to the doctors. And speaking of the head, there's actually one organization that's no longer teaching its kids how to head a ball. Soccer Socks, a national organization that has a local chapter, teaches young children 3 to 8 the basic fundamentals of the sport. And up to this year, they used to show some of the kids how to head a ball. The company decided to stop teaching kids how to do that after looking at studies like one that said heading the ball repeatedly over the years could lead to brain damage. When I say repeatedly, I mean like heading a ball 1,000 times a year. A concussion expert at Washington University says young children shouldn't be using their heads because they don't have the motor skills and neck strength to do it properly. St. Louis native and Olympic soccer gold medalist Lori Chlupny says she agrees with what Soccer Shots is doing and feels heading should be banned for kids 12 and under.
I don't think it wouldn't change the game at all. And, with all the evidence coming out now about concussions and the long-term effects, I don't think we need to take that chance.
Now, there are several opinions on whether kids should be using their heads. On the other side of the issue is the St. Louis Youth Soccer Association, which players as young as 7 play for that. The league does not have a ban on children heading a ball, and the executive director doesn't like the idea of having a ban.
A lot of the improper heading techniques are because they're fearful. So take the fear out of it, But if you teach the proper technique, then there's less fear. And so they're not hitting with their face and all. So I really think use a Nerf ball, but teach them how to head the ball and get a comfort level.
And Chlupny said the same thing about using a different ball if you want to teach kids how to head properly. Now, what the doctor says, he says older kids who use the proper form, not a lot of concussions. Usually the concussions happen with poor form or when 2 kids are up in the air trying to go after the ball and they knock heads. But if it's done right, he says, not a lot of concussions are reported.
So how many do they see in a given year, Ryan?
Well, the CDC polled numbers, about 10,000 youths, 19 and younger, actually go to the emergency room for a brain injury in soccer yearly. So that's quite a bit.
Okay, thanks, Ryan. Well, now here's Chester with Check the Forecast.